Okay, I was asked to record myself soloing Inquisitor camps, so I'm gonna do that. Um, I'm choosing this one specifically because this is where you get the drops for this Hauberk, which gives you Radiant Mend. You can get the Kappa Reassurance here. There's a bunch of other stuff you can get here. I think you can get the stuff for the gloves, the Fairy Fire gloves that I don't really use. We'll see if they spawned. They probably didn't because it's a chance, but this is what I do. So I also want to say, this is pretty much gear that you can get as a solo. I don't use any steel. This is a steel chopping axe. I'm not going to use it. This is a sturdy longbow. It's one of the most basic bows you can get. You don't need any heartwood to make it. You don't need any of this hide to make it, the large animal hide, the tier 2 hide. You don't need any of that to make any of this gear. This is just an iron hand spear. This is an iron Viking spear. Some basic food. It's a little bit higher level, but I wasn't going to change out my food. It doesn't make that big of a difference. For basic healing potion, I probably won't even use. These are wrought iron arrows. Nothing super special. My skills are a little high just because I play a lot. My hand spears are capped. My bows are close to cap. My block is not very good because I didn't cheese train my block like everyone else did. So this is just how I solo this stuff. I basically I like to start here and fight these like mages because these are the ones that drop, the gear that you want. So I always check these guys first. Mages, you want to have a bow. This is why I always say if you're soloing, you need to have a bow, right? Because he's going to do his melee, and then if he does his fireball attack, and just block it with a rock. You don't even need to get hit by them. So these aren't the name mobs. The name mobs don't seem to have spawned, but we'll check and make sure the third one didn't spawn. But they do spawn right there. So that is where you would essentially want to just come back to a point of interest that looks like this on your map. And they will spawn there eventually. I can guarantee it because I have the items. This is basically what I do. These ranged mobs, any ranged mob, you just use your bow. Very easy, right? I haven't gotten hit yet. And even if I did get hit, I have heals. I would not really do anything more than fight ranged mobs and the occasional melee mob without heals. Which is why I suggest you go here. Because if you're trying to do the really hard ones, like these ones, by yourself without heals, that's not the progression of the game, right? So you're setting an unrealistic goal for yourself as a solo player. Just kind of silly to do, right? And I think a lot of people do stuff like that, and the game is not solo friendly. It's kind of just obvious that and that's okay. That's their vision for the game, whatever. There's different ways to get around that. Those methods might get patched, they might not, who knows, right? But this is a tried and true, using the actual mechanics of the game to clear the game, right? So what I usually do is I go up here and I check. I didn't even have my food on. Oops. Yeah, I don't even I forget to put my food on a lot. I'm not fighting anything melee. If I'm fighting bears, since I usually cheese them between trees and stuff, I don't really care about my food. I think these guys are aggroed. I might get set on fire here. Okay, I blocked it. Nice. That's not good. So this is why I use a shield as well. I'll show you. He's gonna heal. I can just stun him out of his heal. And there's a lot of name mobs that you'll fight eventually. as a solo that are gonna just heal themselves up to full. Like it, that guy was easy because he's just a crappy little herald, right? But a lot of these mobs are like not that easy. So you want to keep an eye on your stamina. It's very important. Like obviously. If you can't block an attack, you're gonna die. I might actually die too. So then you kind of just want to, you know, heal, back off, whatever. This guy lunges at me, I'm probably dead. Yeah, I'm good. You just gotta not bite off more than you can chew. You can't like expect to just go in, base tank everything. You have to play smart. And a lot of the time, I think people don't want to do that because, let's be honest, this combat is not super great and everyone knows it. So it's not like you want to be spending a lot of time doing it, right? But this is all I do in the game, so. You kind of want to just be, try to be aware of your surroundings. I'm goofing off, I guess. This is a little bit of a scary situation to be in with all these guys here. But I kind of just want to back up. They won't all follow you to the ends of the earth. Usually, I've noticed the ones that you hit are the ones that don't drop aggro. So now I can kind of just tank and spank this guy. They're leaving. But yeah, you want these heals because it just reduces your downtime a lot. If I hadn't had these heals, I would just be standing out there twiddling my thumbs, right? Not being able to go back in. But now I can go back in because I'm at like 150 health. That's like good enough. And I will clear this whole camp, even though the name mobs that I wanted didn't spawn. You're not gonna have, as a solo especially, you aren't going to be able to be sure of where things spawn, right? You'll know because you'll see, like I know that those mobs spawn over where I first looked. I know they spawn there because I've seen them there, and I've seen them there multiple times. But as a solo, you don't know. If I like go further in here, you're not gonna know what spawns where. It's, you know, so you have to check everything all the time. You want to be clearing the full camp to get all the possible drops that you can, all that stuff. And I'll say kind of a little bit about what drops are important. Silver branches, not important. Boyos, tears leaves, not important. I don't really like keeping small animal hide in ore. I can just farm that, whatever. Silver ore is good. These lockets are extremely important. Topaz is nice if you're gonna do jewel crafting, because you need a lot of it. You need like 60 or 70 topaz to reach like level 6 or something like that. So a decent amount of stacks. Oh hey, I got gold ore. I've never gotten gold ore before. Awesome. Gotten gold ingots. Never gotten gold ore. There's a mage here. But I know there's a mage here. I'm gonna back up. Back up a lot. I actually want to de-aggro that mage if possible. I can just fight the Judicator. This will work too. constantly like looking around, trying to break line of sight on mages. Makes it really easy. And like, I don't think that mechanic is going away. If they fix anything in this combat, it's going to be the fact that you can like cheese bears and boars and wolves and stuff like behind trees. Like if I really wanted to and these guys were really difficult, I would cut down a tree and I would lead them all over to the tree. And I would just cheese them on the tree, right? It's stuck. That's not good. I jump. Yeah. Goads are just archers. You just shoot them. I think the archer damage is bugged. They only ever do like 4 damage. But I've seen other enemies hit me with an arrow for like 30 damage. So I think that it's bugged in some way. Nice for now though, because I don't even have to worry about them. Wow, that was really difficult. You really gave me a challenge there. You do want to wait to pick up their corpses because they'll continue giving you burn meter. Examiner of Signs. I've never seen him before. That's cool. Learn something new every day. Like this is, you know, this is kind of what it's about, is doing these camps and figuring out what's in them. Chances are good that he's just going to drop a locket for something I don't really want. Or something I don't know the recipe for yet, but it's nice to have. I've noticed aggro breaks a lot on like seams of areas. Like this is kind of like a seam. There's also places where I know that you can shoot an arrow and it won't actually that might actually be difficult. He seems like he's like a tier 2. Be a bad idea. You just kind of gotta, you know, play a little smart. This guy I would actually normally cheese something like this because he's gonna kill me otherwise, so. What's most important is that you don't die, because that is a huge waste of your time. If you're wondering how to do this without like cheesing at all, sorry, cheese is in the game. Like, that's just the way it is. It's a bad idea. Maybe not. I completely successfully broke his aggro. And let's go. He's gonna kill me. Once you kind of learn their attack patterns as well, you can figure out when to break their like attack. So they will. Gonna catch me? Yeah, he's a little bit tough. I would I would definitely cheese this guy, just in the interest of time, right? I was gonna try to fight him legit, and maybe I can like range him, but the thing with range is that the enemy will eventually catch up to you. Let me see if I can maybe cheese him on this. I don't think this works, but actually, I think this one will work. Hey, come back here. Better. Sometimes they're just like this. They get in, they know you're in a cheese spot, so they do try to shoot you. This is another reason why I think that the bow damage is a little bugged on enemies. Normally, if he had hit me enough times and been doing like 20 damage, I would probably be dead. But I could just do this. Most videos I think you'll see about, oh, Sign Divining Mace. That's cool. Didn't have that one yet. Most videos you'll see about clearing things solo are gonna tell you to get Mesmerize and cheese enemies anyway. You don't need Mesmerize. You don't even really need a heal. I was able to farm up the heal spells without heal, like as a solo player, so it kind of stands to reason that you don't need it. But the rest of these guys I can just and you don't have to use a spear. I like the spear because it makes it a bit easier to farm other stuff. You can like one-shot boars with the special attack. Kind of nice when I'm just farming hides for leatherworking and stuff. Like, just a good all-around weapon. I would say probably the best option is going to be a mace, which does a little bit less damage. Like the one-handed maces do a little bit less damage, but they also give you another stun. And I think having another stun would have literally made it so I could solo that named enemy that I couldn't solo, right? Without cheesing him. So that's definitely something to try. I would recommend bow, shield, and mace if you're going to solo. Absolutely. I think that's the better option. I do usually play with my clan instead of, like, I run around and solo these camps just because, like, I can by myself as a way to, like, contribute, get lockets and stuff for the clan, but when I'm doing actual content, I just use a spear because it's more DPS output. Oh, there's another guy, Examiner of Death. Great. Now I will also say this would be a lot easier if I had Mesmerize, which you can get definitely on a chest piece. I know that because I can make one. I think it's just on chest pieces, but it's the chest piece that's like above your chainmail. So you can have the heal over time, which is extremely helpful. It's like probably, I would say, the best heal in the game is the actual, like, this one. Because it gives you this 2-minute long aura, that kind of thing, and it heals you up front. Super nice. But you can have that, and you can have Mesmerize at the same time. And Mesmerize is really nice for if I have like a group of 3 like that, I want to mez one of them for sure. And then I can just do the pull the other one back and reset the other one, and then go back and kill the other one that I reset, and then kill the one that I mezzed. And super easy, right? Barely any downtime. I will say, probably saw in my inventory before, I had a full row of arrows here. Arrows are extremely important to bring a lot of them. You will use them, so don't count on them just clogging up your inventory, right? Like, you will absolutely need them. I'm just gonna cheat, guys. I'm lazy. So, if you don't care about cheese, this is how you do it, right? All of these points of interest have like little short walls on them that you can jump up, but the enemies can't jump up. You gonna come over here? You just kind of bring them over here, and they'll just stand there and get hit by you. See, I don't know what this guy does. I've never seen him here before. Doesn't seem like he does much of anything. I don't really need to be stunning those guys out of their heal. It's just good practice. When you see the named enemies that do it, you need to do it, or they will heal the full. This is pretty much like the whole POI cleared. There's like a couple dudes that spawn back in. There's this whole area over here that I didn't really do, but you can, I can do it. Like, I just kill these guys. Not a big deal. You do want to full clear if possible, because everything, like these goads and assessors especially, the ranged enemies drop a lot of lockets. They're a very good way to get lockets. They're a good way to get rough animal hides, so you don't have to go around killing a bunch of boars. Kind of the nice thing about soloing these medium POIs as well is that they will spawn back in behind you. You can just kind of sit here. Yeah, there's the Canoness regular. See, so she's the one that you want to farm for the chest piece that I have, the healing chest piece. It's extremely good. The Canon regular also gives a healing chest piece, but it's cloth, so it's not going to contribute as much to your defense. I want to get over here. I want to try to separate. Yeah, I want to reset one of them so I can kill this one. Yeah, as you can see, it's mostly game knowledge, right? Understanding their aggro, understanding their attacks. She's gonna run up and do her melee. Now I can range her, try to get behind cover for when she does her fireball. I do it. Sometimes they get stuck too. Now she's gonna melee again. Now she's gonna turn around and fireball me. Now she's gonna run up and melee me again. She's just gonna get stuck and fireball me again. You know, whatever. Kind of have to be ready for them to do that. So that's what you're looking for. To kind of get started soloing, this is what you want. You want to eradicate Abstract 2. and a bunch of armor smithing. It's really easy to make. I think it's very easy for me right now. And I have not very good armor smithing. My armor smithing is 12, and I can make that like no problem. It's just chainmail. In the specific areas where people are at, which are probably not my specific area, right? I can't really tell you where these guys are gonna spawn. I don't know every map in the game yet, right? But you just go to the Inquisitor POIs. Just keep like looking for them. Not really hard to find eventually. But with the heal, as long as your inventory doesn't get full and you don't run out of arrows, you can farm this. I could literally just stay in this POI and farm it over and over and farm all the enemies that spawn behind me. I really wanted to, but I don't. I had a pretty good haul here. Bunch of hide. Got this off a bear that I killed earlier. Decent amount of topaz. Some cool drops. Throw away this ore because I can just farm that myself. I don't really need it. But silver ore I like to keep. Blizzard stones are nice. This is how you get blizzard stones. They're very rare drops from Inquisitors. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped people.